Hey everyone, it's Coach D. Thank you for checking out the final Coach D Truth Bomb and actually the final post on the Zenergy Health and Lifestyle private Facebook group. Now, if you're coming from the YouTube side of this, this is a private Facebook group that I've had in place since 2019 when Shauna and I combined our businesses and rebranded to create Zenergy Health and Wellness. And it was a space where I could share stories and information and advice and get people hopefully thinking about their own health in a space where I'm not going to bog down the main Facebook page. But over the last few years, I've really become passionate and dove into studying and becoming more aware of what our technology is doing to deep health in terms of how we use it. So I'm a very big fan of Dr. Greg Wells' approach, where it's not that technology is bad. I'm not trying to say we need to go back to the Stone Age or anything like that. But as Dr. Greg Wells said, we need to actively learn how to use our devices intentionally versus compulsively. And sadly, the compulsive side is worse and worse, I think, with every passing year. And it's having a detrimental effect on deep health. And my clients know this. People close to me know I'm not overly active on socials. It helps me with my stress levels, but also I don't want to be a part of that. I want to experience life. So it's sort of brought me to a space where when you learn more about the impact on our deep health that our technology is having and how we choose to use it, it's great. It's amazing information to learn. But when you learn it, you become hypersensitive to what's going on around you because you're more aware of it. And it still shocks me. And I think it shocks a lot of people as well. But I want to continue to take the steps to be a part of the change versus part of the problem. So that's why I'm choosing to stop the Zenergy Health and Lifestyle private Facebook group. Now, those in the group I've seen in the last little while, I posted a post about the reason why my posts are longer. You know, you have to actually stay on the post for a minute or two to read a few paragraphs, not just a 10-second sentence or two and a picture, because I don't want it to be one of the thousands of posts that you see in a 10-minute span where you click like and scroll up and 30 seconds later you forgot what it is, because that doesn't create any thought whatsoever. But even that, I've come to a place where I go, but now I'm just adding to the problem and to the fact that so many of us are being ignorant to how it's changing us in negative ways. So I'm tired of having a conversation with someone and then being interrupted by that person so they can show you something on their social media that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. I'm tired of spending time with people who have their heads down most of the time and are staring into a screen. I'm tired of having conversations with other people who can't hold a topic of conversation with me for more than a minute or two, if we're lucky, before they jump to something completely random. I'm tired of trying to help people who don't want to help themselves or who don't want to admit that they have an addiction problem with their phone. On the other side of it, I'm tired of people who fully admit they have an addiction to their phone, but then do nothing to change that. I'm tired of listening to someone being a hypocrite, pointing out someone else's flaws and doing the exact same thing themselves. I'm tired of being around people who, even when they're surrounded by family, friends, experiences, memories, they feel compelled to check their social media feed or text messages to see who posted what or who messaged them. And finally, I'm tired of seeing people close to me change both in personality and health for the negative with something that's very much manageable. It's not that it's easy. It's going to be a challenge to create new habits and things, but it is very possible and very manageable. And you can still use your phone. I'm just tired of it. And I don't want to be I don't want to be part of a doom scrolling session where, oh, let's see what Coach D says today, and then again, then it's forgotten. I also don't want to be the reason that you're going to that social media feed, because we all know what happens then. We just go, I'll just see what he says today. You go to the group, and then suddenly 30 minutes later, you're still scrolling Facebook or wherever you get your information from. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I want to be part of the change. So I will still post to our main page, but it'll be sort of here and there. The posts that I've been doing in the group, I schedule the previous week on Fridays. It takes time. It takes time and energy to create them, to write them, to schedule them, to go out. And I could be putting that time towards something else. This is not something that I do to get business. It's just a means of sharing information. Our business has always been built on word of mouth. So having the Facebook group or not does not impact me getting clients, which is another reason why I don't need to be putting that energy into it and, again, contributing to the problem. So you can find my post still on our Zenergy main page, which all of the group people are a part of. I do plan to post somewhat to YouTube, but you'll probably find that the YouTube videos are accessible more through my blog. So if you visit zenergywellnessstudio.com and you go to the Zen blog, you can sign up to get email notifications anytime there's a new post. There's well over 150 posts and counting now on the blog. I love writing and sharing things there. I hope to do a little more video content too on there. But what I hope to do is create spaces and pockets of information that I like to share that will have people intentionally going to seek it out. That's my hope. And again, I want to be part of the change, not a part of the problem. So if you're listening to this and you're saying, hey, you know what, I really need to change my habits with my phone or devices, my screen time in general, maybe someone close to you needs that help as well. I would love to create some small groups soon to address that and to begin to create the change. And it doesn't have to happen all at once. And don't forget, it also doesn't have to happen completely. I'm not saying you need to get off Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. I'm saying why not use it in a more intentional way so that you gain hours back in your day, literal hours back in your day, so that it's not impacting your mental health, emotional health, and even physical health. So thank you again for following. I hope you continue to follow in the various ways. But this is the last post in the Zenergy Health and Lifestyle group. And honestly, it's refreshing and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too.